Today we're going to look at the area called Mission Hill. It's a great little sub-area of Vernon. We're right close in. There's lots of amenities. We're right en route to Kelowna and Okanagan College. We're going to look at the dog parks. We're going to look at some churches. We're going to look at some schools. And we're going to have a look at some of these nice homes, townhomes, apartments, all in the Mission Hill area. I'm Mrs. Salt with Remax Vernon Salt Fowler, and we're taking a look at Mission Hill. Let's start by looking at the location. Mission Hill is right on Highway 97 on the route to Okanagan College. It's kind of halfway between Cal Lake and Okanagan Lake, and it's the closest part of Vernon to the Kelowna Airport. It's also right across the street from Vernon Jubilee Hospital, and it's just right up the road from Polson Park. We're going to start our tour today at the Mission Hill Park, which includes the Mission Hill Dog Park, which is one of Vito the Wonder Dog's most favorite spots. There's actually 12 acres here, 8 of which the dog park is on, and then 4 that Mission Hill Elementary School is on. One of the great things about this dog park is the beautiful views and the green grass that you get. The dogs love, love, love it, and it's huge too. And look at all the houses that are right on this park. There's so many of them that have direct access, direct fence line access right into the park. That is good for your real estate value, no question about it. Back here as well, along the streets that bank this particular park, there's some beautiful, beautiful homes with great access to this park. And not just for dogs, it's great for kids and families, etc. as well. Like I say, not just for the dogs. There's a playground here for the little kidlets as well. Places for the parents to sit. It's a really nice, well-kept park, this one. As I was mentioning, some of the great views here at Mission Hill make it worthwhile living here. It's really beautiful. This is over the city, but also, look at that, that's right up to Turtle Mountain. You can see all the views to Turtle Mountain, and then over downtown and up to BX and Silver Star. It's really captivating. This park also sides on to Mission Hill Elementary School. So your kids, if you live in the Mission Hill area, they go to this school right in the center of the development. Super, super convenient. Then they go to Clarence Fulton Secondary School down the road. And by the way, if you want more information on the other dog parks around Vernon, please see our video about the best dog parks around Vernon. I'll put the link below. Now that we've looked at the park and we've looked at the elementary school that sits right in Mission Hill, let's talk about some of the other amenities. Let's talk about that Vernon Jubilee Hospital is located right across Highway 97. That's super convenient, especially if you work there. Then we also briefly talked about Polson Park being at the very bottom of the hill, so easy access to Polson Park as well. Easy access to downtown Vernon. You're only a few minutes away from most places in Mission Hill. Certainly a short drive. Then at the top of the hill, you have the Vernon Cadet Training Camp and the DND grounds, the Department of National Defence. There's all those ball diamonds up there, which is home to Canada's largest slow pitch ball tournament, Fantastic, that is on each Canada Day long weekend. We talk about that a lot. And again, you're just so close to Vernon's downtown core. You got all your shopping and all the entertainment and everything that you could possibly need. Then let's go into churches. Well, not just churches, but areas of faith. There's quite a few located right up in Mission Hill. There's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's the Vernon Mosque and Islamic Center as well. There is Emmanuel Baptist Church at the top. All these are pretty much at the top of Mission Hill, and then the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. So lots of choices for you if you're living in that area, or even if you're not living in that area. They're all these places are conglomerated in Mission Hill at the top. Now let's talk my favorite subject. Let's talk about real estate. Let's look at the houses. There's all sorts of houses. There's townhouses, there's apartments, there are duplexes. So let's start with some of the houses. When we look around Mission Hill, we get a lot of homes that are in that kind of mid-range price range. 70s houses, 80s houses, 90s houses. You get a lot of bi-level homes. You get a lot of grade level entry where you walk into the basement and then walk upstairs. You get a lot of splits. And that's what makes them a little bit more affordable, is the age and then the style. The style makes them a more affordable house to build at the time, and the age makes them more affordable to buy now. Because you're on Mission Hill, you're on a hill, you're going to get some houses with a little bit steeper driveway than others to take advantage of that view. Of course, there's newer homes as well, bigger homes, and a lot of them are up where the lake views are. We're getting close to where the lake views come into play. And when I'm talking about the houses with the views, it's the newer houses that have views of the lake like this. There are really some spectacular view properties up here that I think Mission Hill doesn't get enough credit for. As you can see, not only do you have the lake views, you have the valley views, you have the city views, and then as we saw earlier, all the way up to Silver Star, BX, etc. It's really nice up here. Mission Hill also has the stairs, the dreaded stairs, all the way from Okanagan Avenue, all the way up to this street here in Mission Hill. And if you can run up and down these stairs, well, you're pretty in shape, that's for sure, because it is a long way to and fro. They don't just stop here. They're across the road as well. It's a workout. Another thing that contributes to Mission Hill's affordability is the fact that there's quite an assortment of duplexes that you can buy. These are some older ones on this particular street. They're a great option though for somebody that can't potentially afford to get into a single family home. On the other end of the scale, there's a bunch of newer duplexes as well, so those are worth checking out if you want something new and maybe a little bit more affordable than a brand new single family detached house. Then on the other side of Mission Hill, you have an opportunity as well for some lesser priced homes because they're smaller, older homes and interspersed the odd time with some infills, like right there. But these are older wartime homes that are great starter homes. Moving on from houses and duplexes and townhouses, we also have an assortment of apartments up at Mission Hill, all sorts of price ranges, all sorts of sizes with different locations, and these are also an affordable option. Mission Hill Real Estate really has a lot of diverse options. We've talked about the houses, we've talked about the duplexes, we've talked about townhouses and apartments. And that all contributes to the affordability that comes with buying in an area like Mission Hill, which has so many perks, really. You're so close to town, you're so close to everything. As I said earlier, you're close to the college, you're on your way to the airport. Really, it's a super convenient area, and if you're looking for an affordable home, I think this is a great place to check out. And that pretty much sums up Mission Hill. Be sure to watch our next video on the East Hill.